Hey everybody, so today I'm going to be sharing with you my Sephora VIB Rouge Haul, which this is the bag that was, the one that they do with the sale. If you're remotely familiar with Sephora, every time they do one of these sales, they typically have an exclusive reusable tote that they bag everything up in. This is this year's, or this sales one, which I really like. I like the jewel design. I think it's actually really nice. So yeah, I actually really like this one, and I'm definitely going to make sure I put it in my car so that I can reuse it when I go to Sephora. And something just hit the floor. Okay, so we'll start with the free thing that I picked up, and that was the 500 point perk for Makeup Forever, which includes a few different things. It includes 2 different lips, an eyeliner, mascara, and an eyeshadow. And this was 500 points, and I haven't really used this too much, but we will get into what it came with. It came with a Makeup Forever Plexi Gloss, which I've looked for a shade name on this and I haven't found one. It is just this gorgeous fuchsia pink, fairly opaque. The next thing it came with is an Artist Rouge lipstick. One of the matte finishes, and the shade is Matte 401. And this is a brighter red. It sort of reminds me of NARS's Jungle Red, but just, a little brighter. The next thing from that set was a little eyeliner. It says Aqua XL, and it is in the shade I-24, and it is just a very beautiful, bright teal blue. Then you get a little mini Makeup Forever Artist eyeshadow, and it's I-544, which is iridescent, I believe. And it's just this gorgeous plummy taupe. It reminds me of like Maxi Legal Cargo eyeshadow. The last thing you get with that is the Makeup Forever Excessive Lash, and I haven't opened this, and I'm not going to open it to show you the one, because once you open a mascara, you only have 3 months, and I'm not in need of opening or trying one at the moment. So yeah, you get a little mascara. I almost forgot, you get a Makeup Forever 4 Foundation Sampler card in that as well. So odds are you'll be able to find your shade in this, or you'll be able to mix to create your shade. The only thing I think they could have really done was swap this or that for a very light shade, and maybe even swap this out for a darker shade. That way you really could have mixed and matched to get your perfect match to really try this out. I got one other thing free, and that was a little sample that the cashier tossed in the bag, and that is a Too Faced Glitter Glue. I've tried this before, and I wouldn't recommend using it as a primer on its own, but what I typically like to do with it is, if I'm doing an eyeshadow look, I'll do my regular shadow. If I have something that's more shimmery or more glittery, or if I'm just using a glitter, I'll take and I'll put a little bit and I'll pat it on top of the shadow, and then lay down whatever on top of it. But yeah, so a little sample of that. The next thing I picked up is probably a no fun, no frills type of thing. Just something I'm low on and needed, and so I grabbed it, and that was the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara. My tube's almost out, so grabbed another one because I keep this on hand. This is kind of, I wouldn't say my holy grail, but it's my current go-to and has been for some time. So yeah. The next thing I picked up I thought was something that was really nice and really fun and really not expensive at all, but I figured, 20% off, get it even cheaper. And it is something that I've played around with the brand a little bit, and that is the Becca Glow on the Go Shimmering Skin Perfector and Opal. And that's what you get, the liquid and you get the powder. They're deluxe size minis, but you do get a decent amount, and I mean it will last a while, considering you don't really have to use a lot to get a really nice effect. And so the first one that I'll show you is the liquid, and it's kind of in the tube like a little gloss, and it's just a really pretty color. It reminds me of Urban Decay Sin eyeshadow, just in a liquid. And then the little compact, and this is 2.4 grams of product, so it's a decent amount, especially considering you don't really need a lot of it. And now this is a hair deeper than the liquid, but it's also still very beautiful. I mean, I've played around with Becca before. I have the Champagne Pop from the Jaclyn Hill collection. I have 2 of their blushes. And I've tried this before in samples. The little, you know, just the little sample bags that you get when you buy stuff. So, for 20 bucks, figured grab it, try it. So far, I really am liking it. And I honestly wouldn't mind picking up a full size of these down the line. The next thing I picked up was another, not necessarily no frills type of thing, just something that I couldn't really pass up the deal on, because, you know, saving money and you get a couple little extras with it, and that is the Glam Glow Glamazing Kit. Now, this is my go-to mask that I use once a week or once every 2 weeks, and it's the clearing treatment, and you get that in there. So, got a second one of that, and that is regularly $69. This set is $69. So with the 20% off, got it even cheaper. And not only did I get that, so I have that waiting because, you know, I just opened my last bottle or jar of it. And so I wanted to grab it so that I had it, so when I run out, I have it. Because it's something that I always keep on hand because I do go through it and I do like it. But, you know, regular price and cheaper because of the 20%. And you get 2 little minis. And those are the Glam Glow Hydration Treatment and the Glam Glow Brightening Treatment. I figured I'd pull the actual jar out for reference, and this is the full size of the clearing treatment that came in it. And then you get 2 littles. I tried the brightening treatment before and it didn't wow me, but I've never tried the hydration treatment, and so figured for the same price that I'd pay for just this, grab this and get 2 little extras. And if you've ever had these little ones before, you know that these will last you a while. They really do last you 3, 4, 5 masks worth. So, yeah, couldn't pass that up. The next thing I picked up was something that I had seen and thought about trying for a little bit now, and that was the Urban Decay Razor Sharp Liquid Eyeliner. And as you can tell by the box, I got it in a purple shade. I got Retrograde, which that's a good indication. The only thing is it's a hair darker than that. It's this almost black purple. It is really gorgeous. This brush is ridiculously fine tipped. I mean, seriously, look at how fine of a tip that is. I absolutely love this. I used this earlier in the day and it lasted, it worked great, and it was a really beautiful shade. So definitely like that. Definitely want to try a couple other shades in this. The next 2 things I grabbed are from Bite Beauty, and they are the $25 Bite Beauty lip sets. One is the matte lip pencils, or matte lip crayons, however you want to call them. And then the little Amuse Buse lipstick set. And now these are both kind of opposite sides of the coin because this is a deeper, more red set, and this is a more neutral set. So, you kind of have that option to choose what you like, or even what format you like. Personally, I like all of them, and I get these every year because they're awesome. They've kind of become standardized in the way that they come in these little tins. Just, you know, basic little red tin with a mirror up top. And this is new this year. It's a little card that gives you the shades and what they look like. And so let's jump right in and go through these little guys. The first one you have here is Frage. And it is just this very pretty red with almost this hint of pink to it. I definitely do like it, and I definitely think I'll be getting a lot of wear out of it in this holiday season. The next shade is called Orchid. Now, I was expecting it to be more lavender than pink. It is more pink than lavender, but it is still pretty, and I definitely do like it. And now, out of this particular set, this shade is the only limited edition shade. So if you like any of the other ones, you can buy them in full size. This one you can't. Next, we have Red Velvet, and this is very similar to Frage. It's just a hair deeper, a little more red, a little less pink. When I say a little less, I mean it really lacks that little bit of pinkiness that Frage has. This is just more straight up red. And then, lastly, we have this gorgeous shade in Truffle. And it is this very deep plum wine color. It is, that is some deep shade, and I absolutely love it. Onto the little lipstick set. It's pretty much the same thing. Red tin, mirror, and little sheet with these shades. And then Inside it you have your 4 little Amuse Bouze lipsticks. The first one you have is Fig. This is a very gorgeous pale neutral pink. It's a shade that I've loved for a while. I used it up in a full side, and I currently have it in a double-ended lipstick one. I was going to buy a full size to replace it, but I got this little set, and so I'll probably be good on it for a while. Next you have Pepper, which is your sort of muted pink. It's deeper in shade than Fig, and it's definitely lacks the little bit of brightness that that one has. Then you have your straight up nude in the shade Honeycomb. It is a very fleshy tone nude. And lastly you have Nori, which is your one deep shade in this set, and it's just a deep wine. And now for the final thing, slash the thing I was probably the most excited about picking up, and that is the Kat Von D Metal Matte Palette. And I absolutely love the way she designed it with, you know, where it says matte and then flip it and it says metal. I really do love that. I think it's really kind of ingenious, and it is really beautiful. Now, this palette is huge in comparison to, say, any other palette. I mean, here, let me grab my Naked Smoked, and you can see by comparison just how big of a difference we're talking here. I mean, see how big this palette is? It's longer, it's a hair wider. I mean, it definitely is a bigger palette. But this was the number one thing I was most excited about, and this is actually the one thing I actually really went to pick up. And I'm glad I did. I kind of played around with it and had eyeshadows on earlier, and I may... Actually, I'll insert a little shot here of it. If you want to see a tutorial on that, let me know. I did record it, I just didn't really do it. I did a little talking, but I really didn't know where I was going, so I just kind of winged it. But inside you have these gorgeous shades, and I mean, look at just how pretty this palette is. You have, I believe it's 13? Yes, 13 matte shades and 9 metallic shades. Now, I have played with the matte formula before and other palettes, the Shade and Light one, for example, and the little mini Shade and Light ones. I never played with the metallic ones, and I gotta say, so far I'm impressed. They hold up really, really freaking well, and I'm just really surprised by that because my eyes are super oily. But yeah, I've gotta say I love this palette. I mean, you've got your bright, fun colors, then you've got your more neutral colors, then you've got your metallics. I mean, you've got a gorgeous gold, you've got some gorgeous plums. This palette is just incredible. I would definitely say pick this up if you want any of the holiday palettes. This would be the one to want, or to get. So, there you have my haul. Let me know if there's anything you want to see reviews on down below. And if you want to see that tutorial, let me know down below. Otherwise, thanks for watching and have a great day. Bye.